to the world of Apple, but not before. Well, oh hi, if you're just joining us. It's the tech hour with two bearded white guys, and yeah, I mean we're gonna talk about Apple. It's the Apple week. It's gonna be, but I like to focus on what they didn't announce. I like to focus more on those things. But because every single person saw the event. If they're interested in the event, they saw the event, or at least saw some kind of a summary. What even happened?
I was gonna say I actually haven't watched the event.
Really?
I just set it up. Yeah.
What?
I just read the press release.
Oh my god, you're getting lazy.
I just know how it goes. It's like Tim Cook went on stage, and then something, probably it was outside in a beautiful garden.
Yes.
And then, okay, the person number one, take it away. And then there was multiple people presenting things for iPhones.
Oh my god. You're just transforming me right into the event right now. What the hell?
Yes.
This is so...
And then probably they went back to Tim Cook.
Yep.
Actually, I'm not sure if they... Yeah, probably they did, to cover the watch. They covered the watch. No, before that, they probably announced the new AirPod Pros with the USB-C connector, and then they went back to Tim Cook, and then they went back to watch. Yeah, that's how it went.
Oh my god. Are you working for the presentation team at Apple? Or
you may not know this about me, but I just write the storyboards for their presentation.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The director of their presentations, yes.
Just uncanny valley of...
And also that ad when Tim Cook was infiltrating some kind of penthouse or laboratory, and then revealed the M1 iPad Pro. That was also me.
I see.
I directed it.
Yeah. You saw Mission Impossible 3, and
inspired, yeah.
We gotta do that. We gotta
Tim Cook, we gotta
Tom Cruise this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, there's some weird stuff that I'm pretty sure that you don't even know about, that I'm just pulled out from the behind the scenes, between the lines, whatever. So
I think we should also briefly cover what they actually announced.
Yeah.
Because some people
yes.
have this as the only source of news. So
yes.
If we don't tell them, how could they possibly know?
Låt film. Good morning. Yes. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We're gonna talk about your favorite company for the next hour or so. I don't know. Anyway, but I promise I will be talking about stuff that you might not know about, what Apple didn't announce. Anyway, but first, yes, Lightning USB 2, because I have always been it. Because it have always been it. They just changed the plug. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
True. It's at least 50% true.
Yeah. There is a little bit more, but yes, we will make fun of Apple also. Yes, it's coming. But for me, there is something way more exciting actually than even the Apple event, which is
Nintendo Direct. I know. It just happened like an hour ago.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't. No idea what happened there, but there is a Nintendo story actually coming also.
I think I probably know what it's about, but
really, okay.
I probably am.
Okay.
I heard a story about Nintendo this past week.
Okay. There are videos where guys change plug and it worked perfectly with USB cables. You're talking about Scotty from Strange Parts, I believe, because he made a video some years ago, where he literally like drilled out the lightning port and strange parts. Type C. Yeah, I need to adding USB. Oh, this is not showing up. Blah blah blah. Yes, this one. So 3 years ago, yeah, almost 2 million views. Yeah, Scotty from Strange Parts lives in China, by the way, if you don't know, and he literally makes YouTube videos, as you can imagine. He's from US, I think. Anyway, he literally drills out like the lightning cable basically, and puts in a USB-C thing, and it works also. So yes, it's way harder than it sounds, maybe, but it's technically doable. Anyway, so Scotty technically did it first. So Apple, get on with the times, because we did it 3 years ago or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but I wanted to start off with this lovely Friday evening with a very exciting thing personally for me, because oh my god. So I wanted to show this post from HV Forum, which was 3 days ago, appeared in front of my eyeballs. So somebody in Tallinn was selling the LTT backpack for the starting price for the auction was 125, and the buy it now price was 175. So it has been taken out of the packaging and tested. He literally used the word tested. It has been tested. I don't know what that means, but it has been taken out of the packaging. So it's new-ish, I would say. So I was, and by the way, Price Watcher. Yeah, Hinnavaatlus, which is the direct translation for Price Watcher. Anyway, it's a forum. Doesn't matter. Was it bad? So, there's one guy just looking at the price. One is bidding 125. I'm bidding 130. There was one guy bidding 140, and I was like, oh my god, this is just this is just cheap. So I bid it the whole buy it now price for 175, and it's fucking here. Yes, I have it. It just literally arrived an hour ago, so I haven't even properly even looked at all the pockets basically. But I would say it's basically new. There is nothing wrong with it. I don't know what tested means, whatever.
Okay.
So, but yeah, LTT fanboy got backpack. Yes.
I was so puzzled by this, because I was like, why is it so expensive? But the retail price for it is like $250.
And do you know how much it would be with? Well, I can tell shipping plus taxes. So this is technically, if I would go to lttstore.com, this would be a €360 bag.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now this all makes more sense.
Yes.
Like, wow. Okay.
Yes. No.
So it's like a tech enthusiast bag.
Yes. Right? For those of you who why? So again, I technically this was way too Oh, you don't have your headphones.
No, I can still hear you.
Oh, okay, you can. Anyway, So the reason why I didn't buy it, because yeah, again, 360 euro backpack. What the hell, basically. So that's basically the reason I was like, I would kind of love like an extra backpack, because for months and months, basically, when I'm riding my bike and I constantly want to get something out of the parcel machine, because it's like a 5-minute bicycle ride away, but then I need to empty my gym backpack, and then I need to put it back, and I would love to. Anyway, this is not an everyday backpack. I already knew that before I even bought it. And that's why I didn't buy it also right away, because again, the price, and it's kind of big actually. That's the second reason I was like hesitant to even like consider it. But the price now makes sense, because I got it for really cheap compared to the 360, right? So 175, which is like less than half. Anyway, so this is my new luggage bag, where whenever I'm traveling, because this is fairly big, and I already knew that before buying, because I watched plenty of videos. Anyway, this is gonna be only my airplane bag, basically, if I'm going anywhere. So, and and this is replacing my previous airplane bag, which was also a backpack, but a fairly good one, but which was it was tiny, in terms of like, I would love a bigger backpack. So anyway, this is my new airplane luggage backpack that I'm traveling with, and to anywhere now. And yeah, that's how I'm treating it. Anyway, it has like all the laptop sleeves and all the battery bank and all the secret AirTag pockets and all those type of stuff that you can expect from a like super ultimate tech bag or whatever. But yeah, not really excited about the size, to be completely honest, because yeah, I knew it's gonna be big, and if it would be small, and they are working on a smaller backpack, because so many people are basically like screaming at them that, please, for the love of God, make a smaller one, because this is too big. And I completely agree. So yeah, anyway, was it bad? Why is he selling it? Yeah, good. I don't know. No idea why he was selling it. He was just basically took it out once and tried it. I don't know what that means. I don't care, because this looks completely new to me. Even the I can show you the original packaging even.
He was too disturbed by the drama and LTT, so he decided that he cannot support the company anymore.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You were saying?
That person was so disturbed by the drama that was happening in LTT that like they just decided that they can't.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. There were a lot of like, to my observation was like they lost somewhere between 100,000 subscribers during that whole thing, maybe more, but around. Because I distinctly remember that there were like 15.5 million subscribers, and now they're like 15.4. So I don't know, 100,000 something they lost subscribers. Anyway, but yeah, that's a good point actually. Maybe I don't know. But even though this is like a week later, basically after the drum, or maybe 2 weeks even later, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, so I have it now, and that's why I'm wearing Linus Tech Tips all things. So this shirt. So this is my haul video. Anyone? This shirt I bought myself. This hoodie was a present for my birthday from my girlfriend. this keychain was a present Linus Tech Tips keychain. Well, the what was it? Lanyard. This was a present for my girlfriend at the same time as the thing. This thing, and I bought the screwdriver also, the newer stubby screwdriver. If you care, but yeah. Anyway, this was because. Again, I don't have a good screwdriver. Even I basically don't have a big good screwdriver in my life, and a ratcheting one I have never owned anyway. So anyway, I bought this one also, which was also fucking expensive, but because the shipping and the taxes. Anyway, call me a LTT fanboy. And I guess I am too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I wish I was excited about something the way that you are. I'm trying to think of something like some kind of merch or something like interesting that I would go out of my way to like purchase or like want. Struggling to think of something.
Yeah, you have to keep it interesting. You have to life. You gotta make life spicy. I don't know. That's my thing. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Sue, somebody visited US and took it with him. Only a special event. They ruin your backpack. Is the screwdriver good? I haven't. They don't ship until. Oh, actually, yesterday I just got the notification that it's finally shipped, because they do it in waves. They don't do it like you just order it and they put it in the mail next day or something, basically. So they usually take like 2 weeks or something, and then they will ship all like a big batch of things. So I will get it in a week. Maybe or something. We'll see. Just by Vera. Yeah, the Vera. Oh, I don't have it here, but I technically have a non-ratcheting Vera screwdriver, but I want to try out this ratcheting screwdriver at some point. And anyway, and the all black color also, I knew that it's gonna be out of stock, and it is already out of stock because it's notified when available. So I knew that the black shaft screwdriver is gonna be like a hot item. So, and I missed out on the previous one, which is the big screwdriver, and yeah, so I got this one finally, and we'll see. Tools. Yeah, they have this is the normal one. They had also like a black shaft one, but I missed because I was like, maybe they're gonna do like a sale event or whatever. Anyway, let's talk about some Apple, shall we? I have a 60-year-old ratcheting screwdriver. Actually, I just in anticipation of the new screwdriver, I just bought out from the shed like a super rusty, like also probably like, I don't know, 50-year-old screwdriver or something, completely rusted, and even has technically some ratcheting mechanism on it. There's like a button on it that you can like. Anyway, I was planning on making a side-by-side picture and posting on the social medias and making some kind of a funny joke about it, that it's finally time to retire.
So different merch things, jeez.
Sorry?
They have so many different merches.
They do. Yeah, they do. They have a lot, actually. Yeah. But yeah, again, the shipping cost and the taxes are. I would have more stuff, but again, shipping and taxes. Oh, it all adds up to Europe, and yeah. Anyway, I have 6-year-old not cross-thread or ordinary flat jet, because LTT is inside a bear hole. Yeah, I have the same. You have the same screwdriver? Really? This one? This is literally bent, by the way. This is like, I don't know if it, like, this is like, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this is like, actually like, brr, brr. Anyway, this is, yeah, I will make a funny caption with the new screwdriver and the old one. It's a good, never used. It's ratcheting function. Never, yeah, they need European warehouse. Yeah, people have been telling them for years now that, but again, and usually the answer is absolutely always that, yeah, but then you need to register a company in Europe, and then you need to have like people in Europe, and then yeah, basically, it's, yeah. Mine is also bent. Oh my god. Maybe they designed it from the factory like this. if we both have the bent screwdriver,
New
then
technology.
Yeah. By the way, this is completely in I think the price is 1 ruble and 40. Yeah, what's the, I don't know. Because they used to print used to put prices on all the stuff that they sold in Soviet Union. So anyway, in Estonia they can register with 1 minute. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm telling you. All the tourists that my friends that are coming from all over the world, basically. Yeah, I can make a company in like 30 minutes, ID card and 180 euros. Yeah. Anyhow, so yes. So this is, I'm so glad that I could share my exciting news with you. Because yeah, next week I will be like, I have it. But yeah, today is like, because I just literally, like 1 hour ago, I literally got this. Anyway, feels quality. By the way, there's a recall also with the backpack. There's a flaw. In case you don't know, the zipper poles are a little bit fragile and they can break off. So the zipper poles have basically a recall, and they will ship new zippers. Well, to the guy who sold me this backpack, so I kind of have to get in touch with the guy who sold me this backpack, because they will most likely ship these ones to him, and he has to ship them to me, because they will break at some point. Basically, okay. is the a little bit too fragile, and they have recognized it, and they have a solution to ship new zipper poles. Anyways. Oh, Linus Media Group. That zipper thing is pretty old thing. Yeah. I know. This has been over. They have been developing the recall thing for over a year now. So, but yeah, the excuse is basically they want to get it absolutely right. Basically, that's that the new ones will actually be good, and you have to attach the new ones also with. Like a completely foolproof method, right? So I don't know if you know this, but it's not very easy to take off zipper poles from a backpack if they're like well made. YKK zippers. Anyway, 22 minutes introduction. Okay, all right. Yes, let's dive into the Apple. Sorry. Let's do. Okay. Apple. Lightning came to 2012. So over 10 years ago. So our friend, the lightning cable, is no more. And because of the EU, we have to thank, and Apple had made a whole spiel on stage, which you didn't watch actually. Did you see the Mother Nature skit that Tim Cook and all the people did? But They had literally Mother Nature on stage, and they were like, "Oh, how's your carbon footprint or whatever?" Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, that was
it in relation to the USB-C?
No, it's the promise that Apple is gonna be carbon neutral by 2030, basically. So and there's one Mother Nature who is like, oh, okay, how about renewable energy? How about paper packaging? By the way, as an update, which is pretty cool, Apple will switch to all paper packaging by the end of next year. So no more plastic in it ever, which is kind of cool. But anyway, but speaking of environmentally friendly, the whole thing led up to this dongle, the USB-C to Lightning adapter. It is glorious. Yes. This is what we have been waiting for, basically. So, yes. Yes, we yet another dongle that you can pay for 30 euros for, or even
what's
more.
The purpose of it?
Well, Lightning to USB-C, right? Because you all have you have collected 10 years of Lightning cables or Lightning stuff that won't work with the new iPhone anymore.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So you need another dongle. So, yeah, you're... by the way, there's quite a lot Lightning stuff still out there, actually. I will... where is it? Where did I put it? Yeah. Ah, yeah, here. So, the Magic Keyboard, the Magic Mouse, the Magic Trackpad, AirPods, AirPods 3rd generation, AirPods Max, Apple Pencil, iPhone SE, iPhone 13, 14, the iPad, and all these dongles also that I'm not naming, but these are all Lightning still. Because, of course they are, because you can't, like... But yeah, eventually they will all be replaced. But yeah, there's still a lot of stuff out there. Like AirPods, AirPods Max. You bought like a 600 euro headphone that is still uses Lightning to charge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Apple.
great.
Yeah, so you want to use them still, right? So gotta buy the dongle. Anyway, and also, did you notice? This is the product page of iPhone 15 Pro. USB 3, right? Up to 10 gigabits per second, right? What is this? A little tiny small number 16, referencing some footnote here. Under 16. Okay, USB 3 cable with 10 gigabit speed required. Really? So the iPhone 15 Pro won't do USB out of the box. You have to buy a separate cable. You have to buy this cable to even do the USB 3. Oh,
I love that.
Really? You make me buy another cable to even use the USB 3 thing that I spent like 1,500 on a phone or something. Oh,
that's the Applest of things.
This is the Applest of Apple that ever appled. Yes, you have to buy a 20 euro 60 watt USB-C charging cable. Yeah, so if you want to use USB 3. If you use the cable in the box, you will get to USB 2. Even though it's an iPhone 15 Pro. Yes, this is truly the Apple way. Anyway, did you know that, by the way?
I guess. I'm not sure why they would do that.
I mean,
I guess they're like thinking that probably people who need this functionality probably already have cables that can work with USB 3, but
yeah, but they have to have a C to C cable, which was unless they have an iPad. Yes, the iPads have the C to C cables. Yes, but the iPhones haven't had C to C cables ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good thing I'm not upgrading this year.
Yeah. Okay. What are your feelings? What? How do you feel about the Apple event? There's some exciting stuff that we are getting into right away, but just wanna.
Let's then go through stuff, and then I will.
Okay. All right.
Share our feelings and thoughts and concerns.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. So, where was the? Oh yeah. Oh, not this one. Okay, I don't know. The most exciting phone, iPhone 15 Pro. Let's start with this. So, there's a new action button, which is awesome. Finally, we can like customize stuff. Yeah, in case you're wondering what the action button does, these things. So, mute, do not disturb camera, voice messages, flashlight, translations, magnifier, shortcuts, and accessibility. I don't know why they didn't add Siri. But yeah, the Siri is under the power button. Yes, I know, but I don't know. This makes less sense to me. Why is Siri under the power button? The power button should be the power button, not the Siri button. Anyway, but that's just my weird
maybe the next software update.
Yeah, why not now? Come on. If you press the power, you literally added. This is a software addition that Siri is under the power button. It's not like it's all software. You can change the power button back to the power button or whatever. But anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, yeah, but the button definitely is cool. I like the button. So, thinner bezels, titanium, black, white, blue, and natural titanium. All the colors. A17 Pro, the chip, I mean. Fastest mobile CPU, neural engine camera improvements, 5x telephoto camera for Pro Max. Spatial video recording for your Apple Vision Pro. And the most surprising thing to me was, well, for most of the people, because it was very certain that every single news outlet basically were like, they're gonna raise the prices. There is no other way. And they didn't. Which was, well, sorta. Because the iPhone Pro Max starts at $12.99. No, sorry, wait. No, that's a typo in this tweet. I know. I knew also that $11.99 is the no. It was last year. It started $10.99, but they got rid of the 128 gig model, and it starts now $256. But last year's 256 was also $11.99.
So they raise because you still have to spend more. You don't have any choice. You know, if you want to get the Pro Max version, you'll have to spend $100 more.
Yes.
But then I guess you do get extra storage.
Exactly. Well, you get the same, as last year. Yeah. So last year 14 Pro Max was also
Yeah.
1199.
If you had a 128 gigabyte phone and you don't have the option
Yeah.
anymore, then you're still spending $100 extra.
Yep.
But I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. We'll see how much it's gonna cost in Europe.
Yeah, I looked it up. So iPhone 15 will start. Fun fact: it's lower priced than last year, which is like, what? You should force them to put some SD card slots. Yeah, that's coming next year. Lots of them. So the iPhone 14 was 1,039 euros last year. iPhone 15 is gonna be 989. So what's that? 50 euros. 50 euros less than iPhone 14. And also the Pro versions. Yeah, the Plus. Yeah, also 50 euros. The previous Plus was also 50 euros more. The 15 Pro is 100 less than the 14 Pro. And the Pro Max is the same.
The same as the 128 gigabyte? Or the
56
gigabyte?
Yes.
So how much is it? 1550?
1,500. 1,500.
Oh, okay. So it's even cheaper than the 128 gigabyte version of the last phone.
Really?
I bought mine for 1540.
Oh. But
So
maybe that was the markup for the you bought it from Telia, right?
No, I got it from Ideal.
Oh, okay.
Let me
Okay, maybe maybe this article has some facts wrong, but yeah, it says like 1,500 exactly. Doesn't matter. It's 1,500 euros. So,
what was it? Give me a second. I'm gonna confirm that.
Yeah. So, very surprising to me that during the whole inflation thing or whatever right now is going on, like Apple is not raising the prices, even though all the media basically said like, yep, they're gonna 100 euros at least, $100 at least, basically. So, but
I don't know. It's already so
weird.
Expensive that.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. But yeah, it's a small win, absolutely. But yeah, it is a win. So, I wanted to. So, what else was the? By the way, iPhone 15 Pro has a Matter Thread radio, so a Matter enabled smart home thing, basically, which they didn't talk about also on stage, which is not a huge deal, but because if you have Matter enabled stuff in your home, you can make it work. But if you take your home, if you take your phone from your home elsewhere, it doesn't work. But ideally, you would have something stationary in your home, like this thing, like a Google Home Nest hub that is plugged into your home all the time, that is enabled, Matter enabled. But yeah, you can take, because your phone can also, battery runs out, then you can't use your, I don't know, smart switches or lights or curtains or door locks or whatever. So it's technically there, but so basically it's technically there and you can use it, but it's not like the ideal implementation. Ideally, you want something that is like plugged in all the time, always on, never leaves the house. And an iPhone is not that. but it has it. So you can technically make stuff at least work for a little bit, which is nice. So they also need to boost sales. Smartphone markets is a decline. Also, new iPhone don't have super expensive lightning technology. Low tech iPhone. Super expensive lightning technology. What does that mean? They have super expensive USB-C dongle technology now.
Yeah.
It's the new same thing. It's the $30 cables and dongles. They're all here. The gang is here. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. There was a watch.
Yeah.
Which is very on Apple to do literally the same watch from the outside, which is kind of weird because Apple usually does something to signal that the buyer of the newest watch that they can show off, like, oh, I have the newest one or something. But nope. Even if you buy the Ultra, it looks exactly the same as the old one. Which is kind of weird.
No, I did get it from Telia, yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it say how much I paid for it? That's weird.
Maybe you are still paying for it. I'm kidding.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Anyway, but still, yeah. I mean, if you get the same price as last year's smaller memory version of it, then I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like they overshot the last year's phones by so much because they was like so absurdly expensive that, like, I guess it makes sense that they made them a bit cheaper this year.
Yeah.
They could raise prices for Americans.
Yeah. They can do a lot of stuff. Yeah. Honestly, okay, here's the question. Did you feel some buyer's what is it called? Buyer's remorse?
Yeah. About this phone?
About 14 Pro Max that you have?
After seeing this phone?
After seeing the new phone.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, okay. Me neither. Yeah.
Because
very good.
First of all, there isn't enough new stuff in this phone.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, if I were still using 12, then I guess I would buy this new Pro phone, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put myself in like my... So I had 12.
No, but yeah, I feel... No, the question is the 14 Pro Max regarding... Yeah, this jump is just too small. I feel like the 15 got a way bigger jump this year than compared to 14 because it
suppose.
Because it has the dynamic island. It has the new 48 megapixel camera. It's more repairable. It has some kind of a fancy tinted back glass or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. No more glassy backs for iPhones, yeah.
Yeah, and it has
the matte now.
And it has the Type-C, which is probably
I kind of like this sort of... I mean, like is a strong word.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with how they like separate the Pro models from non-Pro models now. Because you get a cheaper phone with one less camera and a 1-year-old chip, right? What I don't like is the fact that they keep the non-Pro models locked at 60 Hz.
Yes.
I think that is quite embarrassing for Apple to release a 60 Hz phone in the year 2023.
This is, if they would have like also the high refresh rate, the 120 Hz with the iPhone 15, I might have considered even maybe getting the new iPhone 15 because then the whole gang is here. Yeah, the dynamic island, the new camera from the Pro model, and the Type-C, even the portrait thing that you can refocus the portrait photos if you want to, but it's a mild feature for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's here. So yeah, the
At
repairability is good. Yeah, I don't know.
At this point, it's like very simple. You know, you can decide very easily whether you can buy a Pro model or not, because you don't get a zoom camera, right? Is that the one that's missing on the non-Pro model? Or is it the
Yes.
white?
Zoom.
The zoom camera. Okay, so you don't get the zoom camera, you don't get a titanium frame.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, you don't get the USB 3 data transferring. You only get like the just the just the USB slot, but not like the added stuff. Which, I mean, when was last time you like plugged your phone into your computer? That's just crazy.
Yeah, well,
I understand this being even a pro feature, because it's quite niche cases, right? Because it's when you have to transfer large datas, typically from your phone to your computer.
yes.
It could be like high-res video.
Yeah.
Or
If
4K Pro RAW pictures. In this case, I understand, because otherwise it takes forever.
Yep.
Which are again very like pro-like features, right?
But also if you want to back up your phone, because I used to do.
That's true.
But I used to do that when I didn't have my own NAS backup, basically. Now it's like all wireless and Wi-Fi, but I used to do that. I stored my copy of my phone on my Mac. And plugged in every month, every 2 months, something like that. But
still, it's like very like simple, you know.
Yeah.
You can choose the size, which are identical between the two. Like they are, whether it's normal or plus, or Pro Max, and then you lose 1 year worth of like, a silicon innovation, because you get like 1 year older chip.
Yeah.
One less camera, shittier USB-C port.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But then if you don't get a high refresh rate screen, like that is, I feel like it's not a pro feature.
Yeah, well,
I feel like refresh rate on a device is like fundamental to your like user experience.
Yep.
So if you have the tech to do it on all your phones, you should do it. That's just like how I feel.
That is just facts. Yep.
So at this point, this is the only feature that I feel like, they just like, software locked the phone, so more people would spend an extra $100 or whatever, $200, yeah, $200 to get the Pro version, which is not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that the Pro iPhones are now like the default iPhones, you know?
Like the
default iPhones, and the regular iPhones are just like the cheap iPhones.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yep, same.
But other than that, I feel like it's decent. I hate the colors of the non-Pro iPhones this year.
Same.
I hate, I don't hate pastels, but I very much miss the 10R colors.
Yeah. More vibrant.
Yeah, I feel like that was the last time that the non-Pro iPhones had a good color in them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I wouldn't, I'm feeling okay with it, because, the phone that I have is probably the best color that they've ever made. And I'm pretty sure they will not have a color that is like this good for years. But that's usually how Apple does things. I don't know why. And the Pro phone looks good. Lighter phone would be nice, because 14 Pro Max is very heavy. So titanium would be good.
But it's not as light as aluminum still. So it's a heavier phone still.
Yeah.
Heavier
phone than like 15 plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that. I also like that it's not glossy side, so it's less terribly fingerprinty. The extra button, sure. Although I really like the Switch though. But I could get used to it, like it's fine. As long as there's something,
Yeah.
Because like you can do all those things with software, with like gestures, with like your control panel and stuff, but I like the tactile like feel of whether it's a switch or a button.
Same.
It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
What else is new? A new chip, sure. I guess it's gonna be like 10% faster. Cool.
Yeah. But and the the camera improvements that they didn't really get into that much, because they didn't like compare the old one to the new one necessarily. But
I suppose I do like the fact that it will have hardware accelerated ray tracing.
Yeah,
which is very cool, and it's not available on any other mobile chip, I think, right?
Yeah, no.
So there you go, innovation.
For
those people who always clamor that Apple doesn't do innovation.
Yeah.
It's gimmicky, and I'm sure it will not be utilized by software developers, because who cares?
So,
and again, this is very specifically like, unless of course the new Snapdragons will also feature this feature. In which case, I guess it makes more sense. But you're not gonna like completely like rebuild your game for one line of phones. That's just crazy pants. I mean, in a few years, when like more pro models have it, then I guess it makes more sense. But the fact that they have, what is it? Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Village,
yes,
Assassin's Creed will be playable on a phone. That's really cool.
And the Division Resurgence, Death Stranding, maybe also. But yeah.
Oh, those games as well, yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. It is sort of gimmicky, but I would like to see some YouTubers' coverage of it.
Yes.
To see, like, what battery life are we looking at? What temperatures are we looking at?
And
because if, like, the phone can run it and
smoothly
not explode at the same time.
Yeah, because they showed like a pre-done video, like not real time gameplay. So it could run smoothly. It could run not smoothly also. So
yeah,
who knows?
So I'm conceptually interested in it. Although I feel like at this point in time, even in console space, ray tracing is sort of
Yeah.
I feel like ray tracing is only a thing that is feasible on like high-end computers.
Yep. Because it's proper graphics card and stuff. Yeah.
Which is many years away from this being realistically like possible. I mean, a generation, let's say. Yeah, it's probably a generation away from it being more feasible on consoles. I mean, there are some consoles games that have ray tracing, but most of the time it's just not great. It's very low res reflections, which don't look good.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, of course, you pretty much always have to sacrifice frame rate for it, because otherwise it's too expensive. And then you're playing like a 30 FPS game with shitty reflections, which are like true to life, but also not, because your character and other things don't reflect the way they are reflected, because they're like blurry messes, as opposed to like true to life reflections, which can only be like, on PCs with like super new graphics cards. But yeah, I mean, the phone is it's good. It's iPhone.
Yeah, it is.
Like, at this point, it's not possible to release a bad iPhone. They can have various. I mean, if you are the kind of person who gets excited about new phones, just in general, I guess it can be boring sometimes. But I mean, we are at the point where even new foldables are basically the old foldables. Right? Like the Fold 5 is the Fold 4.
Yeah.
Which is where you would expect the biggest, like, not just like steps, but like jumps in innovation could happen. But they don't, because this is kind of where we are at with like technology.
Yeah. They are.
And I do.
Sorry, go ahead.
And just my last point was that I do kind of like the natural color of the phone.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
the Pro one
color of the entire line of iPhone 15s that I like. Yeah, the natural titanium 15 Pro.
Oh, okay. Did they show off the?
But it's not better than the purple iPhone 14 Pro. I'm sorry. But it's good. Like, if I was like hypothetically moving from 12 to 15 Pro or something, then that would probably be the color that I would choose. Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like also the colors are this year. Oh my god, they spent a lot of time talking about the colors. Even I mean, they released a video completely. Just here's a guide for what is new with the iPhones or whatever. Basically, Apple just where is this? Yeah, this one. A guided tour of iPhone 15 and 15 Pro. 8 minutes long, and oh my god, how long he talks about the color, basically. Like, this is basically the first thing that he mentions. It's very easy to choose your own iPhone, depending on what color you like. This is the first thing you consider. And not even mentioning once. He mentions the color basically like 3 times per phone, I would say, or something. So... and I'm sure this is one of the most important things for most people. What color is my phone?
Absolutely. It's also, I imagine, a shit ton of money goes in R&D in the colors for phones.
Yeah. Yes.
Because like your phones largely remain the same. But
this is against my I'm a function over function.
For sure, yeah.
Over design. So this is exactly the opposite person for me, because all my phones are black all time, every time, every single year. So yeah, I'm that guy. But yeah, it's just funny to me that so much effort is like, okay, if you like the pink one,
it's especially funny because most people wear cases anyway, including myself.
Yeah.
I only get to appreciate the color of the phone when I take it out of the case to clean.
Yep.
Occasionally, but I'm also someone who like occasionally doesn't use the case. In which case,
Mm-hmm.
it just like in this sense, 15 Pro would be great because it has this like different textured frame, so it's not gonna have as fingerprinty.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the 14 Pro's steel frame just triggers me, because like the moment you take it in your hand, it's already dirty, and it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. And to
iPhones,
not
selling enough.
And to Lotus Film, there's a inflation thing going on or something. People don't have money. Mm-hmm. That's why
people don't have money. I feel like it's this thing that we're gonna see more of. Even if, I guess, of course, when people have more money, they want to spend more. That's like natural. And
yeah.
But I feel like the fact that people don't buy phones as often is
Yeah,
also just because we are in the end game of phones.
we are in the end game of phones. It's like literally, if I had an iPhone 12, I bought an iPhone 14. I didn't even think like, oh yeah, I have the new one right now. Basically, I had some like few days after I bought the phone, oh yeah, this is the new one. Right, I forgot, because
it do be like that, yeah.
Oh my god.
And I feel like it's the same. It's about the same in Android space, I feel like, because you probably stick with the same manufacturer for your phones, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like there's a lot of like flip-flopping happening nowadays when you're like, oh, this phone I'm gonna have is gonna be Samsung. And the next one is gonna be OnePlus, and the next one is gonna be Huawei. I feel like most people stick to like the comfortable brands. And let's be honest, year after year, like there isn't much stuff happening in those phones. Let's be real.
Yeah.
In terms of like innovation, quote unquote.
Well, that's by design also, because you don't want people be like completely confused every year, like, oh my god, I need to completely learn this new thing. That the iPhone is just the iPhone is iPhone. You know what you get.
And you get the most value out of it if you don't upgrade for multiple years.
Yeah.
There's a better chance that, but I feel like it's okay because, these are the tech things that we release every year, regardless of anything. That's just like how it works, because, companies release new phones every year.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that, everybody who has like last year's phone has to buy a new one. And I really don't feel like probably Apple thinks like that either. Of course, they want to make the most money possible.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like their primary like clientele they're thinking of when they're releasing or like designing the next one is the people who bought the previous one, because that's just crazy pants,
Yeah. So one PSA, I watched some videos, and basically titanium is a good material. Yes, it's light, and it's like more durable than steel, but there is a downside. It's scratches a little bit more easily than steel. So the pro move is to get the natural titanium, because there have been titanium products before, and there's many pictures. Just Google some titanium wear, whatever, and eventually the natural titanium will show up underneath the coating. So if you get the natural titanium, you will not see the scuff marks that well, basically, compared to the black titanium, white titanium, or blue titanium that they have. So if you want to keep your...
It also has this distinctly like Apple feel to it. This like light gray. I mean, I guess this is a little bit darker gray than like the aluminium. Like for example, I would always probably go for like a colorless, like gray MacBook. Or something.
That
just makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't shows the least wear and tear, basically. Yeah. So
but yeah, Lucifin was sharing charts about how iPhones sell less but make more money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Apple makes so much more effort on software now and services, right?
Yep.
Everything is a service now.
Dude, did you see that Apple introduced also the 12 terabyte iCloud thing now? Like, what?
Oh, no.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. There's a new iCloud plan.
Okay.
Plans and pricing.
I just have my good old 50 gigabyte one for €1.
Yeah. But
just to have like the backup of my phone there.
No, these are the old ones. Where's the new one? Yeah, 6 and 12. So before it was like 50, 202 terabyte, and now it's like, oh, by the way, this is one of the memes that I wanted to show. Marques Brownlee tweeted or X'd, I'm not lying when I say the new iCloud storage plan just got the loudest real applause in the theater today. Like, what? Okay. That's pretty wow. Okay. But yeah, so 6 terabytes and 12 terabytes. Your iCloud. Oh, and they will... How much are they even?
They should get rid of the 50 gigabyte one and make the 1 terabyte one for $1. That would be good.
Yeah. So Apple...
Never gonna happen, but that would be good.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway.
But yeah.
Okay, let's do some funny tweets or X's. This was one of them. These are all the... Yeah, this is this. Okay. I was here when Apple invented USB-C, and this is my proudest moment. I tweeted Apple just invented USB 3, and it got 190 likes. I'm very proud. Yes, thank you. So also button features. Oh yeah, Marques Brownlee tweeted, "Lol." She said, "All new design with a straight face," while revealing the iPhone 15.
To be fair, they did shave the corners, so it's a bit more rounded now.
True.
Like the frame.
True. Yeah. Yep.
Which again, I guess most people would say is an improvement, but I really love the straight edges of the iPhone 14. And for the love of me, I don't understand people who are saying that it hurts their hands to hold the iPhone 14 in there. I just don't understand it. It's like you have such gentle hands that it's like cutting into my hand. I'm like,
but we both are using a case also, so maybe those people are not using a case, and that's why.
And they have cuts on their hands because of the phone.
Yeah, they just go emo all the time.
My favorite thing that happened that we didn't touch at all.
Yes.
Is that Apple will no longer make leather accessories for
phones. Yeah. So
And,
yeah,
I'm assuming watches as well, or like anything, right? Anything leather will just
anything leather, yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
they even have a leather band replacement now, which is called fine woven, and
yeah, and the new cases, they will, as I understand, they will make silicone one, like before, and then the new ones, right? These softer like material cases.
So yeah, they will get rid of leather altogether. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Because
love that. Even though I have a leather case, but like the only reason why I go for a leather case is that they are basically the same price as silicone one, and just like leather is just like a
yep.
nicer material, so I just go for it. But
I always go for the leather case because it's easier to get it out of my pocket than a silicone case. That's my reason. But yeah, it also
but totally, if they're good, if they're like new, whatever Bowen cases are good, then I'll totally go for that one.
Yeah.
Next time I have a phone.
Sure. Yeah. Was there anything else? Oh yeah. When will Mother Nature ask about right to repair? Okay. You didn't watch the skit, so because in the skit, Mother Nature was asking about, okay, how about green renewable electricity? How about carbon credits? How about like when will Mother Nature ask about right to repair? And I made the meme, Nani, with the Tim Cook face.
So is Mother Nature just EU basically at this point? Is this just a metaphor?
But they didn't mention Type C, so
Of course they didn't, because they're salty.
yeah. And also they quoted Marques Brown, like Tim Cook actually quoted Marques Brownlee on stage, which was like, wow, that was pretty big, pretty awesome. Just quoting a YouTuber, not
is
like.
That correct? Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like. I mean, unfortunately, I already have a laptop, but the 15-inch MacBook Air is really good. Like it's genuinely like something I would buy probably, but maybe next one, maybe M3.
Yeah. All right, and I think that's about it. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, the Apple Watches are carbon neutral. The first product ever to be from Apple that are carbon neutral.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Anyway, I will probably get the.
It doesn't matter. We're all going to the fiery pit of apocalypse.
Exactly.
Anyway, but good effort.
Exactly.
Good effort. Maybe we'll get there like, I don't know, a few weeks later because of this.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah. And also the iPhone 15 got second generation ultra wideband, which is I don't know. Okay. If you lose something, you can find it more easily, which is kind of nice.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, basically, if iPhone 15 would have gotten high refresh rate, 120 hertz, I might have just bought it. Like, I mean, 100%. in terms of like used and in 6 months.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what they are thinking as well, and it kind of gives me an impression that this is just a sign that the normal iPhones will never get high refresh rate.
Yeah, I had exactly the same feeling. Yep. That's the one thing that they will never bring back to the peasant iPhones. Yeah. I think so. I had exactly the same feeling that this is gonna be the line in the sand between the peasant and the pro. Yeah.
Because they just want more people to buy pro phones, of course, because they have higher profit margins and everything. Yeah.
I was kind of half expecting that the Type C maybe would be the something that, but they have to basically because EU. If EU wasn't like if EU wasn't like dictating or whatever, I'm 100% sure that the peasant phones would have lightning and the pro ones would.
But doesn't the 15 still get a shittier USB-C anyway?
Yeah. The transfer speed, yes. The shitty
it doesn't have USB 3 at all.
No.
Whether you have a cable or not. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
Like that is fine. Like I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because again, most people only use their phone for charging, which again you're not getting any fast charging, which
Yeah.
Not great. But yeah, like the refresh rate stings. And just like conversely, releasing a 60 Hz phone in the year 2023, which still costs at least $800/1,000 euros, $800/1,000 euros.
Yeah.
It's just not great.
Yep.
It's just not a good look.
Yep. Fun fact.
But again, this just makes the Pro models look more attractive.
Yeah. Yep. Fun fact. They get roadside assistance in US, but only in US for 2 years with the purchase of an iPhone. So that means your car breaks down, I don't know, flat tire or whatever. You have 2 years free of like a guy just drives to you and pumps up your thing. Roadside assistance, but only in US.
Interesting. Sure.
I don't know. Why not Europe? I guess they're salty.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Europe still doesn't have like Fitness Plus and news.
Oh.
Well, some European countries have it, but
yeah, yeah. All right.
Well,
So 1 hour.
Maps are gimped in many places in Europe. So
yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, let's talk about something else. 1 hour and 11 minutes about Apple.
Speed run through some news.
Yeah. Fun fact. This is okay. I think in the future there will be some special iPhone for Tesla owners. Nah, I don't know. Elon is not the big.
What future? We are like.
Yeah, we are.
There'll be no more phones and soon.
Normalized.
I was thinking to myself, how many phones will I own? More. How many more phones will I own?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's okay. In your life?
In my life, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I'm not sure. Maybe 3. After this one, or maybe 2. Probably 3. Because like at that point we get to like spatial computing.
Yeah.
I'll probably just jump ship immediately.
Okay.
I feel like if it's like good.
Well, yeah.
But we'll see.
If it's good.
See.
Yeah.
If
the battery life isn't 2 hours.
Yeah. There's a lot of ifs and buts.
Yep.
But yeah, like I'm pretty sure that by the time I don't know, if I get to retirement age, I'm probably not gonna own a phone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like at that point,
honestly,
phones will be the same as like landline phones, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of see that the watch is kind of sort of replacing the phone at some point in the future, but as a computing device. The glasses will be the display. This will be the computing device. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's, and you also get a lot of other like benefits of having a watch, such as like health tracking, and that tech will be more sophisticated over time. And even if we don't get to the point soon where like the glasses themselves will be able to be that computing device, then yeah, like cramming it into a watch. I mean, not everything, of course. You wouldn't want to like, I don't fucking know, watch TikToks and stuff on your watch or whatever. But I mean, like for like everyday tasks of like a computer,
Some 15-year-old got super offended right now somewhere on the internet.
But then again, if you have glasses as but then again, yeah, if you have glasses that can act as a display, or like AR, whatever, floating screens and stuff, you could watch TikToks on your phone, on your watch.
Yeah.
It's just like you're not gonna be looking at your watch. You're gonna be looking at other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can totally see that happening as like a sort of a middle ground, between like a fully like self-sufficient AR glasses that are good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. But I feel like phones will become antiquated at some point.
Sure.
Not now.
But yeah, it will take some time. All right,
Yeah.
but let's talk about the irony of releasing a new port at the same time that Intel is announcing Thunderbolt 5, which is the port that Apple should have used. Or, okay, if not 5, then maybe 4.
Any kind of Thunderbolt, yeah.
Maybe, because they literally co-developed Thunderbolt, by the way, with Intel together. That's not... They were the first to put it on a MacBook. They were the first to...
This is up for the next year's iPhones. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna straight from USB 2 to Thunderbolt 5 or something.
Yeah, next one will be Thunderbolt 4 probably.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe the year after that, because you have to like drip feed features. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah. But to be clear, Thunderbolt 5 is like, excite. So basically, Thunderbolt 4, 40 gigabits, Thunderbolt 5, 80, and also some kind of a bandwidth boost technology that technically can go up to 120 gigabits, which is 3 times as much. Anyway, again, this is like the future stuff here. Yes, 240 watts for laptops. So this is enough to replace any barrel, whatever weird chargers that you might have for your laptop. You can literally now go all in USB-C all the way. So yeah, it's here, and we'll see. We're waiting for the manufacturers to implement it into the stuff. But yeah, it is here. Cool. So, but let's talk about. You mentioned the iPhone 12, actually. Okay, we're gonna jump back a little bit because iPhone 12 is on pause in France right now because over radiation levels.
Okay.
So this is actually big news. But a lot of news outlets have been like, is the iPhone the cancer or whatever? So basically, on Tuesday, 3 days ago, French watchdog, which governs radio frequencies, that Apple needs to fix their shit because it radiates. So the specific absorption rate, SAR. So this is the electromagnetic field that the wireless devices, like the phones, emit. Is a little bit over. So the measurement is in watts per kilogram, and the safe zone, or not the safe zone, the minimum law is basically like 4. And the iPhone 12 emits 5.74 watts per kilogram of electromagnetic radiation. The safe levels for humans is way higher, actually, but they didn't specify. None of the articles specified what is actually the safe level, because that's also a little bit debatable, because there's no hard level. Because even any electromagnetic phone right now ever is basically like, a lot of people are trying to, like, they're all bad. there's a lot of people out there basically. So
yeah.
what's the truth?
I mean, they're not great.
Yeah. But is it like actually harmful?
There's a difference between not good and dangerous, you know?
Yeah. So that's why they don't specifically tell the safe number. But everyone pretty much agrees that it's way higher than 4 or 5 or multiple times. So, but yeah, it's still the minimum is 4, and the iPhone 12 emitted 5.74 watts per kilogram. And that's why France is like, whoa, Apple, we're not going to sell your phones if you keep doing shit like this, basically. And basically, the whole Western Europe is like Germany, Belgium, Spain. They all like are just also like basically getting into the action as of right now. Yeah. So this is a developing story. Who knows what will come out of it? And technically, as I understood, they can technically fix this with a software update also. So yeah, just don't turn on the Wi-Fi or the cellular thing that much, I suppose, and the fix. And it's
I don't understand. Is this the thing that is like a new development, or has it always been like this since?
This is a new development.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, in terms of like, they measured it just like recently, and this could have been like a software update that enabled maybe the thing to emit.
So at the time when it came out, it was within normal levels.
Yes.
Or nobody bothered measuring it. Or I'm assuming they measure it for all devices.
Yeah,
right?
this was a software update at some point. Yeah. That emit.
Okay, so it just became worse.
Yeah, it became worse, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So...
Sure, yeah.
Apple is expected to respond within 2 weeks. So the French government said. After that, they will, like, ban the sale. Okay. Right now, it's like, we will just keep this for now. Halts is the official... Yeah.
Can you still... Wait. Let me think.
Yeah.
Let me think. Well, I guess you can still technically. I was thinking, do they even still like sell iPhone 12s? They do, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go all the way up to iPhone 11 right now. So I'm assuming that once that's done, I guess iPhone 11 will go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Apple will be like, well, we're deeply concerned about this development, but look at this new phone we released.
Yes.
Maybe you would like yourself a new phone which has much lower, frequency or wattage radiation. There you go. Fixed.
Yeah.
Job well done.
Yep. Exactly. So
I guess they'll just release a new update or something.
Yeah, as I understood, yeah. So smartphone radiation tests have thus led to 42 imposed sales stops in the country.
Okay.
I guess that's including all the other phones also, not just the iPhone 12, but yeah, 42. Yeah, I don't know, 42 companies, 42. We'll see. Sorry.
Different retailers, probably,
yeah. Yeah. Are there more bans to come? So yeah, basically, yeah, Germany, Spain, Belgium, they all are like, is Apple fixing this? If not, we will also axe. All right, it's time for the Nintendo story.
Oh yeah.
Can you guess what it is?
I don't know. The only story that I remember seeing about Nintendo is that allegedly Nintendo demoed the Switch 2. At Gamescom.
Yeah, they had some closed door meetings with some developers that they showed off. Apparently, allegedly the Switch 2. Yeah. But that's not the story that I have. New Nintendo controller patent shows possible Joy-Con drift fix. Ooh. So they apparently made a patent that 11 that was first filed May 11th, and yes. By the way, did you replace your Joy-Cons at some point or no?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, so
Never bother sending them in.
Okay, but how bad is the problem for you?
Well, not anymore since we have an OLED Switch. But I haven't even actually used the Joy-Cons
Right.
that came with it, so I guess they're
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unless-
You play.
Unless they just, yeah.
Yeah. I see.
But yeah,
No, the internet.
Joy-Cons that we had before drifted, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to know how they did it? How they're gonna solve the problem? Because there's an completely already known fix out there. It's called Hall effect joysticks, which are technically just magnets replacing the thing, and that's the whole community wanted to use those. Like suggested to Nintendo, like there is a wheel out there. What you don't need to reinvent the wheel, and of course, in typical Nintendo fashion, they went out and invented the wheel because they have their own thing. A resistance section using a magnetorophysical fluid whose viscosity changes with a magnetic field intensity and which becomes resistant when the operating element is displaced. I have no fucking idea what I just said, and but every single outlet basically said that Nintendo invented some magic goo that they will put into some fluid that they will put into the Joy-Con, and it will magically fix all the things.
Excellent.
But they mention also some magnets, but they also mention some fluid. So don't drop your Nintendo Switch Pro or whatever it's gonna be called, because some goo will be coming out of it.
I hope that happens. The Goo Gate.
Yeah.
They start shipping out the new Switches, and just like 2 months later,
Yep.
they'll start oozing some
Yep.
black goo.
Mm-hmm. No, it's it's gonna be the gloom from Tears of the Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I
love that.
The bright neon dark goo that is affecting all of Hyrule.
I mean, sure, yeah, cool. Yes. I'm assuming they will just use, if they end up using this, they'll just use it for the next, for the new consoles controllers. So.
Maybe, who knows? Yeah. So look forward to some goo on your hands if you're like super angry gamer nerd or something. I don't know.
Pretty crazy. I mean, the new Switch is probably coming out in
next year.
6 months, right?
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Ours.
Finally.
Yeah. All right, but okay. Let's talk about some electrification in Europe. Germany will force 80% of gas stations to install EV charging. 80%. Okay, so that's pretty aggressive, but that's basically 10 times as much as they have right now. So they have Germany currently has 1.2 million EVs on the road, but the target is 15 million by 2030. So yeah, and Germany has 90,000 EV chargers available to the public. 90,000. That's like nothing for 1.2 million EVs. That's like, Yikes. Anyway, yeah, so basically Olaf Scholz showed off like, yes, the charging network, we have to do it. We have to do it hard. Anyway, that's all the story basically.
Good.
Which is good.
And yeah, of course, if you create infrastructure,
yes,
then more people will think of EVs as like a viable thing to do, because
yes, exactly.
just the inconvenience of having it is probably a major factor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for people who hypothetically could afford to have an EV, but like,
yeah,
who cares? You know,
and
like, too much of a hassle.
yeah, and by the way, newsflash: EVs are the most popular new car to buy right now, which is like kind of scary a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. So, but let's move on to. Oh, did you see the Unity thing? Unity.
Yes.
That Unity is just a money grabbing corporation, as they all are basically.
Wow, imagine that.
Yeah.
I never heard about it before.
So, basically the biggest fuck you to developers is the 20 cents per install of the game. Not per user, per install. So if you buy a game, if you install it on your computer, you install it on your Steam Deck, you install it on your console, you install it on your phone, that's 4 installs already. And if you delete the game and if you reinstall it, that's another install. So you can literally, so people are already like expecting that if you want to like review bomb, or if you want to boycott something, then you can technically fuck with the developers in terms of like uninstalling, installing, and they have to pay all that fee to Unity. True, yeah. So they can really fuck you over basically, which is like, oh man. So this,
I hate it. I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Especially at the time when like Unreal Engine 5 is about to be like a new like standard engine.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's probably like easier to develop for in Unity, but like, I mean, the engines are getting easier to develop for in general. So like, if Epic wants to like steal some thunder from Unity and be like, hey, here are some discounts on like Unreal Engine 5 licenses, go knock yourselves out.
Yeah.
And like, what is Unity gonna do? This is monumentally stupid.
This is so stupid. Developers are basically like completely enraged right now because Unity just fucked up. Yeah,
it's absurd. Yeah,
this is insane. All right, but I think that's about it for the news, because it is everyone's favorite time, the meme break. Because with the birth of this baby, the Fast and Furious saga will extend until 2080. Because there's
definitely,
yeah. I don't know whose baby this is.
That baby looks photoshopped.
Get ready for Fast and Furious 79 or something. 69? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know, this one also. Americans at 21 getting to drink. Europeans at 21 giving up alcohol. Yeah. This is just also too real, basically. And also this one. I have never I have never in my life tried to pronounce an L so hard than when I tried to just ask Home Depot guy where I could get some caulk. For construction, you know? Some caulk. All right. Yes. I don't know. This is the kind of humor that makes me laugh. I don't know. Caulk. Can I get some caulk?
But aren't you supposed to pronounce it as caulk? You're supposed
Well,
to
yeah,
pronounce the R, aren't
yeah.
you?
Well,
It's
yeah.
like salmon, you know. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be
yeah.
salmon.
Yeah.
Well, except that salmon doesn't sound funny.
Yeah. Some cock.
Cock.
Some cock.
Let's Google cock pronunciation.
Let's Google cock. Yes.
Safe search disabled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's supposed to sound as cock.
Yeah. Hi. Where do you keep the cock? All right. So, music. What's been going on in music this week? I need to check out Corinne Bailey Rae, which I'm kind of becoming a fan of. She's doing really good. And by the way, if you live in the year 90, 95 or something, I don't know, the Diddy, or as formerly known, if you're older, then P. Diddy. And if you're like super old, then Puff Daddy. So this is all the same artist.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Puff Daddy. It started out with Puff Daddy, then it was P. Diddy, and now it's Diddy. Anyway.
Diddy Kong.
Say what?
Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong. I don't know what that is.
From the Kong Dynasty.
Oh.
Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong.
Okay.
Funky Kong.
I see.
All of them.
All right. But this week, my recommendation of the week for music is, I don't know, some harder, deep, like tech house, basically. So Matty and Caspi, The Roar. So this is going to be my... I don't know. This is my jam for the week. Anyway, let's move on to some TV shows, movies. I haven't watched nothing.
Wow. I mean, to be fair, we only streamed like a few days ago.
But it's pretty crazy in this household. The schedules. How about you? Anything this week?
The only thing that I watched and finished and can talk about is the new hotness. The new hot horror movie called Carrie from 1976.
Carrie? Not Jim Carrey, right?
Carrie. You don't know? You haven't seen Carrie?
1976.
76. Based on Stephen King's book.
Wait, how do you spell that?
It's like car and then IE instead of EY.
Carrie. Yeah, like this. Okay. I see. By the way, Kanal Cox, there are new episodes of the Berg Doctor. Oh my god, lots of them. I love you. Berg. Yeah, okay. Please. Carrie, 7.4. Would you agree?
Carrie, yeah, it's kind of a horror classic. I'm not sure what to think about this movie. 7.4 is super high for a horror film. Let's start with that. And it is based on a classic book, of course. It's probably one of the best King's books. It's a very interesting movie.
John Travolta. Really?
Yeah. Young John Travolta is there.
Oh.
It's very interesting watching this movie in the year 2023, which is like... This movie is almost 50 years old. I would like people to think about it. Because I was talking to Morris about it, and like for me, 1976 doesn't feel like 50 years ago, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like 70s, you know, it's just like recent.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But it's 47 years ago this movie came out.
Yeah, 2004 was also like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, 2000s are like modern, basically.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Minus, some things that can stay in 2000s. But yeah, so what is good about this movie?
By the way, Space Odyssey, 2001. Have you seen it?
I don't think I've seen Space Odyssey.
Honestly, it has been on my list. Technically, I wanted to watch it, but yeah, I don't think I have seen it. I know the open the pod bay doors, Hal. That's basically the most quoted line of the movie. But yeah, I know that. So anyway,
I mean, if I've seen the movie from 70s, then I mean, I could also watch 60s. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I mean, the good movies probably don't age in the sense that, like, they don't get worse with time. Although the
Yeah.
Carrie movie, it's good, but it is like weird to watch it in the year 2023. What jumps immediately at you? I mean, it's not unusual for horror films, but there's a lot of nudity in it. And
Okay.
because it's a horror movie and explicit horror movie, and it takes place in high school, you have a bunch of like adults playing 16-year-olds, So it's weird, I feel like nowadays you don't have that much of it in media, where you have like 25-year-olds playing 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
So a lot of nudity, a lot of like some like lewd scenes. Not a lot of, but like a fair amount.
Yeah.
Which again is not something that you wouldn't expect in a horror film, so it's kind of there. Kind of like. But then some of the things didn't age particularly gracefully. Like some weird out of place domestic violence, You would expect violence to happen in a horror film, which is normal, right? And some of it is good. For example, like the main character, so she's like a high school student, and she has a crazy like nut job Christian mom who just like abuses her basically, and like whatever, like tells her to pray away the sins and devils and stuff like that. But that's sort of like on theme and on brand. But then you have like a random scene where two high school students are in a car, and they like are driving, and then they start making out and whatever the fuck. And then in the process they like start arguing about something, and then the guy just like slaps the girl in the face.
Oh.
Like randomly, it's not like in a way that is like horror, like oh my god he's gonna kill her kind of way, but just like something just happens.
Yeah.
Like oh stop like talking back to me, and he just slaps her in the face, and that's just the scene. And I was like okay, well that's not great.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was one other scene that I was like, and then of course mandatory sexual like harassment.
Yeah.
Which is again in the same context of like a couple, quote unquote. And then like the girl is not really in the mood or something, and then the guy just is being very suggestive about it, which also was uncomfortable to watch, and not in a horror movie way. It's just like feels like something of the era, So those moments were kind of like, okay, well, 70s, In this sense, it feels like a long time ago this movie was made. But as far as the movie itself, I feel like it's fine. It's fine if a bit weird. I guess I can spoil Carrie. I mean, at this point, I feel like 48 years is enough to spoil.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something. Where it's about, it has a weird premise to it, where the main character is like a high school student, probably, graduating, like final grade. And the movie starts with her in a school gym shower, basically. Which again also is a weird now that I think about it. But basically, she gets her first period while she's showering.
Oh.
And she just freaks out about it and doesn't understand what's happening. And she tries to like I don't know, draw attention of some other girls in the thing, and they just start bullying her basically on the spot for it, which is not great.
Okay, yeah.
And then basically her teacher gets involved, and then they have a conversation and whatever. And then she goes home, and then her crazy mom is like, "Oh well, the pure girls don't get periods, so you were like sullied by a man or something, and therefore you need to be punished." So she just like starts bullying her, and then everybody else around the school basically just keeps bullying her because of it, which is like, okay, well, sure, suspension of disbelief, I suppose.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, high school kids can be kind of nasty in that sense. And so what ends up happening is somehow she just like starts getting some like telekinetic powers. She can like move things and stuff and whatever. Um, and so she goes through the entire movie, like kind of like struggling at home with her mom, struggling at school because everybody is just being shit to her and stuff. And then there's a prom, and she ends up going on a prom because a guy invites her to. And like one of the girls who bullied her asks this guy to invite her.
Yeah.
Which I assume is kind of genuine, like good thing that she's trying to do, which is also weird because at the beginning of the movie she was bullying her. But I was like, okay, well, it's a movie, so it doesn't have enough time to develop characters. And I was like, okay. And what ends up happening is that there's another girl who is super nasty about it, and she was banned from attending the prom. So also the girl who was bullying her in the movie, and she was banned from doing the prom because the teacher who found the girl, the PE teacher, basically made like a class-wide suspension on the girls, and they had to like do some extra PE class, well, like suspension work basically, and those who refused would not be able to go to prom basically. And she was the only one who was like, well, I'm not gonna do any PE and fuck you, and I'm gonna like whatever. And she was banned from the prom. And so she plans an act of revenge on the girl because she bullied her in the beginning of the movie, and then she refused to do her punishment, and now she's trying to enact revenge on the girl who was bullied, which is weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense if you think about it. But once that ends up happening, they end up murdering a pig in a slaughterhouse, which is another ball of wax to unpack. But basically, she asks her boyfriend to murder a pig in a warehouse, or not a warehouse, but like I'm assuming some kind of slaughterhouse, to murder a pig and get a bucket of blood.
Is that the blood that we're seeing on the screen right now?
Yeah. And as they go to the prom, she becomes. They rig the election or something, basically, and she and the guy who invited her become the king and queen of the prom. And as they are like accepting their like whatever the fuck and making pictures, they drop the bucket of blood on her head, basically.
Okay.
And then she flips the fuck out and murders everyone basically in the gym.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a slasher movie where the slasher is also the victim.
Yeah.
In the sense, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then some things happen, but she ends up dying as well in the end of the movie, basically.
Okay, that's a movie. All right.
That's a movie, yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, it wasn't bad. Just these weird moments that I guess were just like characteristic of the time.
Yeah.
That were like largely necessary, but overall, I felt like the movie was okay.
All right.
It's like a 7, I guess.
Yeah. So not 7.4. Lord's Film asks Citizen Kane. Have you seen it?
I don't think I've ever seen Citizen Kane, no.
I have heard about this movie a lot. But yeah, it's supposed to be a good movie, and it's actually...
This is mega vintage stuff at this point.
Yeah, this is 41. Yeah. But
I'm open to all kinds of movies, and I kind of want to watch more classic movies and see, what made them classics.
Yeah, this is absolutely one of the classics. Also, as I feel like also it's not vintage. Okay, then you need to define what vintage is, Lord's Film. It's just very old. What? Okay, but
the weirdest thing about this movie was that I don't remember exactly, but I feel like in the book, the character portrayed was also like bullied because she was kind of like shy and kind of weird looking and sort of like kind of quote unquote ugly or something.
Okay, yeah.
In which case, I suppose it would make some more like thematic sense because again, teenagers, they're like stupid and whatever. But the actress who plays the Carrie in this movie is just beautiful. Which does like if this was a 90s high school drama movie, like she would be the mean girl, she would be the cool girl, like 2000s or something, she would be like the leader of the like pretty girl pack, and she would be like bullying some other nerds or something, which also makes this weird. Like, it's just a weird movie.
But okay, the vintage is retro at Estonia, nostalgic. 1941 film isn't nostalgic to me. Yeah, but
well, in this sense, it's
but
older than vintage.
Yeah, but that means you can use only the word vintage only to describe stuff that you find vintage. So you can't really you can't really say vintage to any other person basically then at this point. So it's like yeah, retro. Yeah, but what is retro? What who was that? Who entered into I think was it you or Morris or something who went to a club and they promoted, oh, we have some retro music, and walked in and expected like 70s 80s, and they had like 2000s NSYNC and Backstreet Boys basically, and Britney Spears. Who was that?
I mean, I had this experience once.
Yeah.
Not even 2000s, but like 10s or something. Yeah, that totally happened.
Yeah. And they literally promoted, retro music. Come by.
It was called, like Retro Night, yeah.
Yeah, Retro Night.
And it was basically like 2010s. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess yesterday is retro at this point, yeah.
Yeah. Too quick start. I think you mean too quick start. Yes. Typo. Anyway, how about some gaming? Or you had something, some other movies or TV shows? No, right?
No, that's the only thing.
The only thing, yeah. Do you know Crumble, the game, which is for free right now?
No.
Crumble.
It's such a generic name.
That's a Fanatical on the Fanatical store. That's it's a platformer something. I don't know. But this is for free right now, so yeah. What have you been playing?
I have been playing some Starfield. Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna play it anymore.
Really?
I think so.
Because?
I don't know, I just kind of find it a bit shit, honestly. Hot takes, I suppose. It's the first time in a long time when
You kick them while they're down like that? Okay. All right.
Are they down? I feel like a lot of people are playing it and having a good time with it.
Okay, true.
First time in a long time when I got to play a new game, and I also saw a lot of coverage for the game and a lot of reviews for the game. And I'm just asking myself where like those people like I'm questioning whether we played the same game basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Like so many reviews are so excited about it and like hyping it up so hard about like it's like perfect, it's amazing, it's masterpiece, it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see it like when I started playing the game. I had a much better time with it. And I was like, okay, well, this is like a game, and I'm like exploring planets and stuff. And it wasn't until Morris started playing the game as well, and I would describe him as a Bethesda fan, basically. He pretty much played most of Bethesda games, like Skyrim, Fallout 4, 3, Oblivion, Morrowind, you name it. And he also probably isn't gonna keep playing the game.
Lotus Film just asked, have you seen the last relic? The last relic, yeah, this one. I haven't. I don't. Oh, 1960. So. Oh, 1969.
The last relic, 1923.
This one.
How about
this one? Yeah. This is one of the most iconic Estonian movies, technically. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah, just wanted to. Yeah. I have seen it. Have you seen? Probably not, right? This is like a very Estonian thing.
I haven't seen any Estonian films, actually.
Yeah. It's all
I
right.
should.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, but sorry, please continue.
What was I? Yeah, so I was having an okay time, and then Murray started playing it, and he started pointing out so many like different issues about the game, which he was noticing, which is very unlike him because he usually sort of like.
Okay, did he notice it or did he read up about it that the internet mentioned?
I don't think so. I feel like he doesn't really read like discourse. I feel like it's more my thing. And like I also know the thing is that I also noticed all those things that he was talking about with me.
Okay.
But like in my mind, for some reason, I just was like, oh, okay, maybe I was affected by the discourse on the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but I'm still kind of having a good time with it, and it's not that bad and stuff, and it's kind of actually enjoyable. But like the more he played, and the more annoyed he was getting with the game, and I was also starting to be like, oh yeah, like he's totally right. Like this is all those things are totally like a thing. And it's like a massive studio which has been working on the game for like I don't know 8 years or something.
Yeah.
So fundamentally, I guess we came to a conclusion that it's sort of a bit shit. Like it's a sort of well-made game, but playing it is just such a chore.
Yeah.
It's not exciting. The exploration, which is like the selling point of the game, is not interesting.
Okay.
Because most of the time there isn't anything to explore really.
Really? That's kind of.
I mean, it's just like barren planets with like one point of interest that is not even interesting. I mean, point of interest is like generous. It's just sort of a thing, like a sort of thing that is like the main thing of the planet.
Okay.
And the story is like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how the story ends and stuff, but it's like okay.
Yeah.
And the characters, the companions, are like super boring, and I don't really care about them.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you add all those things together, it's like, yeah, it's like a passably okay game that you can play. But also there is like so many other games to play over it that are just better. And I played the game for 25 hours, give or take.
Okay. That's.
And I don't think I'm gonna keep playing it. And so many people are like, "Oh, just wait, I don't know, 30 hours, and it will get better." And I'm like, first of all, why should I wait 30 hours for something to get better?
Yeah.
And second of all, what's gonna happen that will fundamentally change the way I think about the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because chances are that it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Because usually I feel like people who are like fans of something and they're like, oh well, just just wait until that point, and it will make sense. And you get to that point and it's like, oh, it's fine. It's just like something happens and changes, but like it's fundamentally the same experience, right? You're not gonna fundamentally get a different game at the 30 mark point. 30 hour point. So yeah, I just don't know, and I've been playing also a lot less of than I would like to because it's a very like, unlike Starfield, it requires a lot of mental engagement and focus. But I have been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
Yes, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I played the game maybe for 10 hours, right? And I played Starfield for 25 hours. And I can describe to you what happened in the 25 hours of playing Starfield.
Yes.
You start a game as a miner on a planet.
Yeah.
And you find a nebulous artifact of probably some long-forgotten civilization or an alien race, I'm assuming. Something sci-fi like that. You get recruited by a group of people who are like the space adventurers, whose entire shtick is finding these artifacts, like these chunks of artifact, of a single artifact, and then putting it together and discovering the mystery of it and like what is it about.
Okay.
So you meet this group of people. You meet your first companion. You go on a quest, which isn't particularly interesting, but the point of that quest is to find the next chunk of it.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, also it's a artifact hunt or something basically, because that's the only thing I basically know about the game. Yeah.
And then you do some like point A to point B jumps.
Okay.
And then you find the piece of artifact, and then you return it to the hole. And you have a lot more chunks to go, as I understand, and that's kind of the point of the game.
Okay.
And I imagine at the end of it, you'll collect all the artifacts. They will combine into some kind of like whole artifact.
Yes.
That will probably be like a big narrative reveal of what it was. And my expectation is that because Starfield is very like grounded in reality, it's sort of like the most realistic depiction of sci-fi that I could. It has like jumping between like galaxies and star systems and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's very sort of like, yeah, like spacesuits and like some scanning like slugs and like some weird bugs on planets, you know? So it's not like high sci-fi like Star Wars or something where you have like these sentient races who are like humanoid-esque but also different looking.
It's
Nothing like that.
More Starfield. Star Citizen, I wanted to say.
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah.
So the point is just like you exploring and colonizing other planets and just how that like humanity's like development will happen when we learn how to like travel through different star systems and colonizing planets. So my expectation is that the big reveal will reveal there's a lot more to the universe than that thing that we are capable of exploring, right?
Yeah.
And it'll probably reveal maybe some kind of like secret knowledge or some kind of technology to this group of people. Think like Visitor, right? Or is it called Arrival?
Arrival, yes.
Yeah, that's a movie where
I
they
just
learned the
what?
alien
Oh,
language.
yeah. I technically skimmed, not watched, but skimmed Arrival last week. So I watched.
But you have seen it.
I have seen it. Yes.
Okay.
But
So the end of the movie was that.
Yeah. That was a good movie, by the way.
It was very good. It's very like slow, but also interesting.
Yeah.
Right. It's like this. Like I think she was like a
linguist.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and she was recruited by like NASA or something.
Yeah, the military something. Yeah.
Because the UFO landed on the planet, and if you go to that UFO, you see like these like tentacly aliens, right, floating in some kind of like thing. But they aren't like aggressive or anything, so they invite her to try to establish contact with them, basically. And through some series or whatever, I don't remember. Basically, at the end of the movie, she like deciphers this language.
Yeah.
And this like allows them humanity to like hugely jump in like technological development over the years. Yeah.
Spoiler. But yeah.
I mean, come on, it's a decade-old movie at this point. Almost 7 years old.
7 years. Yeah.
But that's basically what I'm expecting Starfield to be. And then maybe like humanity will get this knowledge, probably for the sequel to this game if it ever happens. Humanity will be able to travel further into the universe. And maybe at that point you will start to encountering other sentient species. And this will become more of a sci-fi, like a real, like juicy sci-fi.
Yeah.
And Maurice told me that this is my theory, and he was like, oh yeah, that sounds kind of cool. And he said that the Expanse series of books and show is kind of follows the similar trajectory. It started off as a very like grounded sort of sci-fi with minimal, and then as the seasons go, it becomes more and more fantastical.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, what it means for Starfield is this is boring. And so you hunt artifacts, and you scan planets, and you farm aluminium and helium on planets and stuff. And all of that is accompanied by other side quests, none of which really grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself what happened in the same, or not in the same, half the amount of time that I played Baldur's Gate 3 for.
Okay. A lot more.
And I was like, okay.
A lot more.
What happened? So you survive a plane crash, you get infected by a parasite which will kill you if you don't remove it.
Ooh.
You find a settlement of druids who is debating whether to genocide or not a group of settlers who came, on the refugees basically, who came because they're hiding from monsters and they try to exile them.
Okay.
You save people from a burning house.
Wow.
You go into a crypt and find some weird talking skeleton who becomes like an NPC, which does stuff I'm not gonna spoil. You get bitten by a vampire. You see some monsters spawn out of dead hyenas in the field. you walk in
Okay.
on some like I don't know a D&D like universe lore, but like you walk on a like an ogre and like some other creature banging, like literally banging in the barn.
Okay.
And you walk in on
Wow.
them, and I ask if I could join in, and they attack me because of it.
Okay.
And like so many things that are memorable and interesting.
I mean, okay. That, to be fair, that sounds a little bit more interesting than collecting aluminium. Yes.
And I'm like, why? Like, why would I spend my time
Yeah.
collecting aluminium when I could be like,
What
you know,
the hell? That
doing
sounds
all this?
amazing. Honestly,
And
that.
then I was walking through a thing, and randomly out of nowhere, a devil spawned and offered me a devil contract to remove the parasite if I agree to his terms. And then he teleported me to his like super lavish Victorian mansion, and explained to me like what he wants to do.
What?
And then he was like,
I have
hmm?
a playroom. It's called BDSM or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't say what he wanted from me in return, but he was like, "Oh well, you know, I'm gonna send you back and give it a little bit of thought, and we'll talk again later." So
Okay.
I'm assuming he'll appear later.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
I found like a mage who is like addicted to caffeine or addicted to magic, basically.
Oh,
So he has to like absorb artifacts in order to not like go crazy and die. And all of this is like in a matter of 10 hours. I'm still in
yeah.
Act 1.
Addicted to caffeine or magic or both.
Probably both. He's like very active and very like very
Okay.
into magical artifacts that he wants to like suck the magic out of and destroy them. So no, that happens in 10 hours. And I think I subconsciously kind of drag it out a little bit because it's so good that I don't want it to like move
Yeah.
forward too fast because I want to like enjoy it.
Yep. 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 Yep.
As opposed to Starfield, where you just like travel from one empty planet to another and collect aluminium.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's what I'm doing basically with Tears of the Kingdom. A little bit. I kind of drag it out a little bit because there won't be any other game probably because
exactly, yeah. Like I understand that, you
in
know, I mean,
6 years or whatever,
I want to
right?
say that it's not fair to compare them, but also why isn't it fair? Because Bethesda is a huge developer who
Mm-hmm.
should be releasing tentpole, like highest quality
Yep.
content.
This should
Because
be
they are like the
yeah.
people who should be moving the industry forward.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, Larian Studios is also quite a large developer, and yeah. So
Yeah.
at the same time, it's fair to compare them, you know. And if you
Mm-hmm.
have these two very different, like thematically games,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still at the same time two RPGs, and one of which is like just I don't know, I can't even express how much better Baldur's Gate 3 is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
And
you already tried. So this description made me basically like, oh my god, I want to play this basically right now.
it is a lot of mental investment.
Mm-hmm.
And fundamentally, you know, people say that it's like the perfect approximation of a D&D campaign into a game. And it is sort of that, but you also have to understand that it is a video game, which does not have procedurally generated events and scripts and stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a linear story that will begin and end
Mm-hmm.
in the way the developers
Intense, yeah.
envision it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it has 3 acts that will happen in sequential order, and you'll always visit the same locations and the same main story like events, like big reveals and everything that will happen. But the thing that this game does very well, where it like sort of simulates D&D, is that it's in those constraints of the story.
Yeah.
You have so many options of how you can do things, how you can talk to people, whether or not you engage in combat. You can like lie, or and these are simple RPG things.
Yep.
Right? We would think, but like they do it so well, and they actually change the outcomes in so many different ways. Because in most RPGs where you do have these options of like, you know, lying or like maybe intimidating someone or something, fundamentally it's just like contextual like flavor, you know, stuff.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you can either like end up having to fight someone, or maybe you won't have to fight them. But like in this game, you have so many different things you can do, depending on your character, origin story, depending on your classes, depending on your stats. That is just, it's also, I'm assuming, like, replaying the game is also very interesting because now I'm playing as right now I'm playing a dwarf bard. And you have companions in the game which are like predetermined set characters, and there is no like bard character. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just do that and see what happens. But like if I replay the game at some point and I choose to play as like a paladin character or something, I imagine my playthrough will be substantially different.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And that is cool.
Yeah.
And just all of it is just a very high quality, which, yeah. I mean, it's sad to say that it's like a rare thing, but I hope that maybe this game will inspire developers to try harder. Not even to try harder, because I also don't want games to be absurdly ambitious to the point where you spend a decade making the game and you have to like kill yourself trying to make it because your like management is like asking you to do impossible things. It's more that
literally describing Star Citizen.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I feel like developers should be better at like setting up, in like establishing the like vision for the game and how to get it, because you can have insanely high quality games of much smaller scale.
Of course.
Made by much smaller studios, which will still be amazing, like in certain ways, you
Yeah.
cannot have a game. Well, I mean, you can, but it's very hard to have a game that is phenomenal in every aspect. But then I was talking about Sea of Stars, which is another game that I'm playing, which is also better than Starfield.
Yeah.
And that is a very like simple retro RPG. We talked about a little bit, like this SNES style turn-based Japanese RPG inspired game.
Yeah.
And it's like amazing.
Yeah. All right.
And it's like definitely not Starfield. It doesn't have this like absurdly insane like scale of like multiple galaxies and hundreds of planets to explore. But it's still better than Starfield.
Yep.
So yeah, just go play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm saying.
That's what the message is basically. Yeah. Or Tears of the Kingdom. I'm kind of still playing Tears of the Kingdom.
This year has been so good for games.
Yeah.
Honestly. In so many ways, you had Tears of the Kingdom, you have Sea of Stars, you have Baldur's Gate 3, and you also have Starfield. And I feel Starfield is a very useful game because it shows that massive open worlds, well, quote unquote, because it's not really open world, but don't make a game better or worse, right? It's like what you do with this world is what matters. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, okay.
Cyberpunk, also Cyberpunk is a better game than Starfield, I'm pretty sure, even though it launched in a very like unfortunate state. But at this point in time, it's probably like a significantly better and more enjoyable game. So yeah, we're not starved for good RPGs.
Yes, the owner manager wanted to say hi also.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Oh, she's absolutely the cutest with her with her robe. Anyway, yes, a lot of film actually. Watched a movie called Free Money, which is about crypto. It's from Estonia and about crypto. I have never heard or seen this, but that's something that apparently came out. But yeah, somebody else. It wasn't too good of a film, but a bit boring because I already knew what happened. So yeah, they lost. I'm guessing they lost the Bitcoin or something, or they gambled. Whatever. 50% English, 50% Estonian. That's kind of weird, but okay. By the way, that film. Yeah, no, Oh, no gamble. Oh, so they... I don't know what happened then. They mined crypto in the movie? That would be kind of a movie. Yeah. By the way, Lotus Film, did you fix your tractor? Your MTZ7 or something? I still remember the model number. Wait, can I... MTZ7 something? Yes. Was it something like this? No, I haven't fixed it. Oh my god. This was like basically 2 months ago or something. Or maybe 1.5, something like that. MTZ or HGZ. Oh, maybe. Oh, this one. Sorry. My bad. So apparently there is still a broken tractor out there somewhere.
No.
I need some professional help. Yeah, HD set. Okay, MTZ. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I haven't any specialists who are specifically doing 50 plus year old tractors or something. I don't know. How old is that even? How does it say somewhere? Nope. Oh, 53. That's 1953. Yeah, so that's like 70-year-old tractor. All right. But yeah, 70-year-olds. Nice. But the other one, did you buy this? You mentioned the Xiaomi Robot Vacuum X10 that you were planning to buy or something. I'm curious, did you buy it? And did you like it? Or did you hate it? Is it as Yes, I have the X10. All right. Works well. All right. Then I can... how much was it? Was it exactly 400 or was it something else? And where did you buy it? I'm curious also. Did you buy it from here? Or was it somewhere else cheaper? Sucks that empty. Well, not noisy like the S5. Oh, so less noise. Okay, I'm curious. Yeah. Is it cheaper somewhere else? Maybe. I got it from the Xiaomi store. Oh yeah, that's... I think everyone else... 300. But that's... Here it's cheaper technically, but that's kind of... I think that's a more shady website. Probably. I don't know. I haven't bought anything from here. Who knows? But yeah, it's 400 basically. Look at Hinavatlus. X10 Plus. Oh, this is a different one probably, right? X10. Yeah, Hinavatlus. This is not working as intended. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's actually some cheaper ones also, but Plus is with that automatic mopping. Yeah. Okay. Then I know that if somebody is like, I need a robot vacuum. I'm usually... somebody is asking me because I'm the tech guy, I guess, and which one? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of only know the more expensive ones. So, but the 401 with the dock. Now I'm curious, what's the difference between this one and my S7 Plus one? Because this is technically doing the same thing. Oh, okay. The vibrating mop, I suppose that's probably one of the differences, because I have a vibrating mop or whatever. Oh, the camera probably also, right? This doesn't have a camera, which is actually... Oh no, it does. Oh, this is the Plus one, but I think this has the camera also. I have only automatic sucking. That's what she said. It's pretty nice. I don't want to mop. X10 doesn't have a camera. Oh, the X10 Plus then has a camera. Interesting. Oh, okay. All right. Has the plan, the app. Yeah. All right. I'm just rotating mop pads. Does this have the X10 have the rotating mop pads also? Because if it does, oh no, this is the X10. Oh, the X. Okay. Oh my god, the confusing. The Plus is just kind of a different thing, basically. The X10 is just without the rotating pads, without the camera. Rotating mop pads. All right. Yeah. Please. And they the S7, they make the S7 one, which is also very similar to this one even, so it's like much more expensive also. Yeah, I saw that. That was like, oh Jesus, 700. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. So yeah, anyway, yeah. Well, S7 Plus, do they have this one also here? Nope. Xiaomi S7 Plus. I have this one just for reference. Oh no. Yeah. Well, this one. 750. I have this one. Roboric is also Xiaomi brand, much more expensive. Yes, I am aware that. Yeah. Well, maybe Lotus Film is talking about to the people who are like confused. But yeah, they are both Xiaomi. All right. Roborock is like high-end thing, and Xiaomi is lower. Yeah, even though they are both Xiaomi. So I also have I also have the S5, the S6, and the S6, the S7, and the 7 Plus. S7 Plus. Anyway, I have 3 because I'm lazy like that. Work both with the same app. Yeah. All right. Was there anything else that we needed to discuss? We did, yes.
I think so.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that this would be the Type-C dongle that not that bulky or something, but we got the chunky boy actually, which is kind of yeah. This one looks straight up small, and this was what people expected, and this is what people got, like a big ass dongle. Anyway, it is what it is. Xiaomi is a master of confusing labels like Intel. Yes, exactly. Xiaomi phone names are a fair of crazy people. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And they even have a new one also. I think the X, was it? Ooh, which one is the newest? Xiaomi Robot Vacuum X10. X10 Plus. Yes, E10 is also a thing, which is like, how many do you need? What the hell? Why is there a Xiaomi E10 also? Jesus. Yeah. T10, T10 Plus. There are high-end, really low-grade phones, very similar names. Yeah. Anyway. I think that's about it. I'm gonna go discover my newly acquired backpack and evaluate all the features and all the stuff. Oh man, I'm actually the ribbed back. I hopefully because this is also like a big design thing that they did some ribs on the backpack. So if you're a sweaty boy like I am, then this will help probably, which is a nice feature that I care about. I don't know. It's a hell of an expensive bag. I would never pay over 300 euros for a bag. Even 200 is like, ooh, 200 for a bag?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Does it look like a 250 euro backpack, or is it something from Sepadurg? Sepadurg, nice. Sepadurg, Sepakeskus. That's a reference. To answer your question, I never had a 250 euro backpack ever, basically. Well, okay. How much is my... Well, I stole technically my last backpack from my sister. So I don't know how much a Dakine is actually. But Dakine is also a pretty decent brand of backpacks, and that's why I took it from my sister. But I have no idea how much they are, actually. 140, I guess. Well, my model is like 10 years old at this point, but I just want to get the feel. How much is a backpack? 20 liters. 80 euros. Where can I get like a... So I'm guessing it's under 150 something. The one I have maybe. Celia. Wait. Surf house. I don't know. 100. Yeah, so probably 100, 150 maybe max. All right, but yeah, so it's definitely quality. Definitely. Like, I can already tell that the material is like, it's gonna last 10 plus years for sure. Even the handle is like, oh man, this handle is like, and even they did like 2 layers of the bottom. So if you watch the video, so basically they have like, if you wear through the bottom layer, there's a whole nother layer just below it. So you have to wear through 2 layers of backpack basically, and then it's like we'll get a hole. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I for this that's my move. I always wait for somebody to have this kind of a thing for cheap, and then I make my move. That's how I do it with women also. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, Sepaturg still working strong. I had 20 euros backpack from Airwalk. It was a fit with perfect appearance, no loose lines or anything. Airwalk is a brand of sports director. Last very long. So how good can 10 and more times more expensive? Yeah, I mean, it's part of the brand also. Okay, one thing that I can quantify that is actually good. These are metal, these buckles. So metal will absolutely hold up better than plastic, because every single backpack that I have seen, these are always plastic. But this is metal here. It's not like, I don't know. It's some kind of an alloy. It's not like aluminium. It's like stronger. Yeah. I mean, you pay for the brand. You pay for a lot of things. Well, the construction, YKK zippers. It's fairly water resistant. You pay for that. So it's microfiber cloth inside the sleeves. There's a sunglasses pocket lined with very soft microfiber cloth here. I mean, these rivets, they even said like you can tow a car with this bag. I don't personally believe that, but I mean, that's what Linus said. So you can like tow a car from this handle here. And they've reinforced like stuff like this also here on the bottom. So this is also riveted. If you can see, like, this is a rivet here. Like, actually strong. I don't know. Ask me again in 10 years how this will hold up. But 10 years, 10 times better? No, I wouldn't say so. Quality? Yes. But again, I would never spend over 200 euros on a backpack. So, LTT, you mostly for the brand, but yeah, it's good stuff. But you also pay for the brands. Yes, absolutely. It must be high price, so or they can't produce enough. Yeah, it's like Apple. Sure, it's nice. Yeah, it's not like soft to the touch. It's rather like rugged, I would say. So it's not like my other backpack is way like pleasant, more pleasant to touch, basically. Because over time it will get softer, I guess. Maybe also, I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is from the factory. Anyhow, that's enough from us, I suppose. Because yeah, I will put Luna to sleep. Maybe I will play some Tears of the Kingdom, and we'll see. How about next week?
We're going on a trip next week.
Oh, is it next week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then, well. Then I will take this will be my first backpack trip. Then I will test it out already next week. Perfect timing, actually. Yeah. Then no stream next week. Or
I
when?
guess so, yeah.
What time? What day was it? I can't remember.
And Friday to Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Then, yeah.
I mean, if you want, you can do like a thing. On
Yeah.
Thursday, I'm working Thursday.
Yeah. We'll
For the
see.
trip.
We'll see how I can manage. But yeah, maybe I will do. Maybe I will not. We'll see. So I have some other stuff to do. But yeah. All right. Lots Film. It was always a pleasure. And Kyrylo, always a pleasure. Always awesome. All right. Yeah, I'm so glad that we could talk about like some Apple stuff, because yeah, we get all the emotions. It's out there. We have talked about it. Now it's all done. What we think about it and what.
Yes, until next year, until next event.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Some iPads. I would like an iPad, please. Thanks.
Apple. Yeah.
The next event, some iPad Pros.
Yes. And some USB 4. Or some Thunderbolt 4 or 5. All right. Loads Film, thank you for hanging out. We love you very much. Bye.
Bye.